What is going on, everybody? Baby Love 702 just coming in to actually reintroduce myself. A lot of people, I have a lot of new subscribers on both channels, my channel and Midge's channel. Somebody had asked me if I could talk about myself for a minute so they could understand where I'm coming from. Um, was born in the Philippines. Was adopted by Indian Filipino. Um, Wealthy family. I do have my mom and dad. I have great communication with my biological mom. My adopted mom and my adopted dad passed away. My mom passed away last year. My adopted mom. Um, I have two brothers and sisters from my adopted side of family. Um, and my dad never got married to my mom. There's another story to that. Um, Grew up in California, um, raised as a Catholic, went to Catholic school, private schools, but I did go to public school in California, Arcadia High School, class of 98. Then during high school, I got pregnant. The father of my child had passed in a car accident, but in tradition, family, um, Catholic, in our family, you have to be married to have a child. A friend introduced me to my husband. Only met him for 2 weeks, but he committed and he said that he was willing to um, be a father to my children. Um, so got married right after high school, had my son right after high school, um, worked. So never had a chance to do anything in life because all I did was work, take care of my family. Had three, four jobs at a time. Um, Going through a lot in a family drama. Me and my husband didn't get along well because we only knew each other for 2 weeks, but decided to stay with one another um, for the kids. Even though those two kids are not his kids, he decided to, but he's still a father, you know. He decided to take the father role. Um, Supported him for a while because I was the only one working when he lost his job. He got really sick, and then after that he started working a lot. Found him a job and he worked so hard. He was an artist in Thailand. My husband was from Thailand, but he was born in the US, so they're US citizens. um, he used to sing a lot. He loves to sing. He gets along with everybody. He's a hard worker. But we just didn't click. He was a Leo. I'm a Capricorn Sagittarius. We butt heads a lot, but we stayed and got along for the kids. Um, 2012, 13, somewhere there. Um, Came here to Vegas. The way I came here to Vegas is a very touchy subject because I was taken. I went to visit the guy that I was seeing in Redlands, California. On my way home, waiting for the bus at night, a van stopped, and this van decided to ask me where a certain place was. I wasn't paying attention. I was tired, exhausted, and this van took me. Um, Traffic all the way over here in Las Vegas, Motel 6 by the airport. Family did not know I was gone till um, the police and everybody were alarmed that there were people in a room that was trapped and was I was one of them. Um, Long story short, since I was already here in Vegas and we were planning here to move to Vegas, I stayed with my best friend, um, Army vet who died last year. Took care of him. He had PTSD. He was schizophrenic. And I stayed here with him, took care of him, started taking care of vets. My husband and my family, they had their own thing going on. But they moved here 2014. No, 2016 they moved down. 2015, 2016 they moved down here. Um, we took care of them. Um, they moved in with us. Um, Even though me and my husband were separated, we still got along for the kids. Um, I stayed with my husband till he passed 2020. 2020, when he passed, I had issues with a family member that I live with today. He decided to not want me in the house, so I got kicked out. Stayed in the streets, Las Vegas streets, for 2 years, trying to survive. But I had family and I had friends. When I say family, I'm talking about the people out on the streets that made sure that I was okay, made sure I was fed, trusted somebody. Um, and she sold me to human trafficking. So I was trafficked twice. Never did anything but tried to survive. I knew how to survive because I knew how um, to get along with people. I used my kindness, I used my motherly love and instincts to survive human trafficking twice. Um, I had an opportunity to get this person's trust, and when he took me out and we did laundry, he got me a room in Boulder Highway and left me there so I could take a shower and rest and stuff. But I wasn't able to rest because I was able to hide my phone that I had, um, that I took from him, which he wasn't paying attention. And I was able to call my kids and called my best friend, and they were able to get me an Uber out of the hotel because before he came back. And right when I was leaving, the Uber got there, a van pulled in. The van looked familiar. Right when I was leaving, this van pulled up and was heading to my room. So I was getting ready to be picked up and to be sold by human trafficking. Um, Went through a lot of abuse, 30 years of abuse, um, physical, spiritually, mentally, um, domestic violence. My husband was mentally ill. He was losing his mind. He had kidney failure. He was diabetic. He also had heart issues, COPD, everything. At the age of 45, he passed away. Um, so I had to put up with his abuse as well as my best friend at the same time. My best friend, who was a veteran, was dealing with schizophrenia. So he always thought I was the enemy, and I was the only one who knew how to calm him down. But with that, I had to deal with a lot of, um, abuse and stuff, verbally and physical abuse. Um, so I went through a lot in life, and I started my platform after um, the things I went through in life. I decided to use my platforms to fight a cause, fight against domestic violence, fight against human trafficking, fight against predators, and our veterans, awareness of mental health. And that's what I use all my channels for: my TikTok channel, my YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. But that's who I am, and my channel. I'm grateful because I met a lot of people, and there might be a part two because I'm rushing things because my live stream. Oh no, this video is about to end. I'm very clustered right now. So anyway, see you in the next video.